aerospace and the rate of production seems to be the biggest thing that I've seen.
And everyone's thinking about high rate and how to really meet those demands.
Fully finished part that's come out of a production line and is ready to be bolted onto the car.
I also noticed the biofibers and biomaterials, circularity village, a lot of focus on that this year. Hi there, Scott Francis, editor of Composites World. We are wrapping up JEC. Obviously, it was a pretty exciting show. I've lost my voice. Luckily, I'm talking to Stewart Mitchell, our contributing writer, who has an awesome accent and an awesome voice. He can help carry this conversation a little bit. Stewart, let's talk about a little bit about what we both saw at the show.
Sure, well, thanks, Scott, appreciate it. So ultimately, this show was as vast as it's always been. So we've always had some pretty exciting stuff show up here. And I think this time, aerospace and the rate of production seems to be the biggest thing that I've seen. A lot of people are just trying to tackle that next generation single aisle aircraft, lots of different solutions from, noodles in between junctions all the way up to wing skins made in one shot. So I found it pretty fascinating.
I was hearing a lot of the same things, a lot of thought about basically having those solutions in place for defense as well as next generation. Everyone's thinking about high rate and how to really meet those demands.
Yeah.
What else did you notice? I saw a lot of automotive stuff on the floor. What are your thoughts on some of that?
Yeah, certainly. There's been quite a few different companies that have now started to produce automotive parts at a much higher rate as well. That's been pretty fascinating to see. Certainly the A surfaces as well, a fully finished part that's come out of a production line and is ready to be bolted onto the car. So, clear lacquer, looking very fresh, just needs a polish and it's ready to go. Like that kind of finishing is pretty new as far as I've seen.
So we'll shift gears, pun intended. Let's talk a little bit about energy. We've got, renewable energy, wind energy. It seems like most of that's kind of become localized due to policy shifts. But anything on the floor that you noticed regarding some of that?
Yeah, certainly. So there's been some thermoplastics that have started to arrive in that arena, and also just repair strategies and design for repair for these big structures. So things like wind turbines, they seem to have, it seems to be coming to the fore that a lot of them are going to be decommissioned soon, and the next generation ones cannot have the same types of materials because at the moment they're non-recyclable. So things like thermoplastics and some amygdala technology as well being brought to the fore so that you can actually melt the resin away from the fibers. And that should give you two clean, independent materials to be able to make it into something else with very low degradation and performance.
I also noticed the biofibers and biomaterials, circularity village, a lot of focus on that this year. Saw some mobility solutions that seem to be incorporating some of those types of materials. Anything you heard or thought about as you walked the floor and saw some of that too?
Yeah, certainly. So with regards to things like flax fiber in particular, that's now embedded into the automotive production chain. So they're a key supplier now for some of these automotive OEMs, and they'll be bringing that material right from raw material format all the way to production. And at the rate that we're talking about as well, you're talking hundreds of thousands of units per year in some of these cases. That's pretty significant for the sort of circularity and for the eco aspects or sustainability aspects of composite materials generally, because of course, with a flax fiber or with any other natural fibers, they're regenerating naturally. So you'll be able to, basically recoup the demand just by growing more of the stuff.
Well, it's been fun hanging out with you at the show, and looking forward to hearing some of your thoughts as we kind of move out after the show. So it's been fun.
Sounds good. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.